All right, for the coffee cup, we'll go ahead and do top-down modeling, and we'll create all the bodies first, and then from the bodies, create components. So let's go ahead and put a sketch on the XZ plane, draw a circle, 3.5 inch diameter, extrude it up 4.5 inches, put a sketch on the top. Let's draw a circle, 4.1 inch diameter, 3.1 inch diameter. Finish the sketch. Down 4 inches, maybe 4.1 inches. So now we have a hollow cup, but let's do the decorative details on the bottom. So then let's go to the bottom. Let's chamfer that edge off 1/4 inch and put a sketch on the bottom face, and let's draw a circle there, diameter of maybe 2.6. Finish that sketch and go ahead and do a cut extrude up 0.2 inches, and then let's go ahead and add some fillets. So we're going to need a couple bigger fillets in places, so let's do that fillet there and maybe the fillet inside, and let's make those 0.125 inch, and then let's go ahead and do the ring at the bottom, the ring at the top, and let's do those 0.09, and then the inside of the top, the inside of the cup, let's go ahead and also make that 1/4 inch. Okay, so that gives us our basic profile for our coffee cup. Next, we're going to need to add a handle. All right, for the handle, I'm going to use the sweep tool again. So I'm going to start out with a sketch on the front view. Under create, I'm going to go into project and project at least one edge there, because I'm going to want my spline tool to line up with a side of the cup. So then I'll go ahead and draw my spline. I'll come down about 3/4 to 7/8 of an inch, something like that. Takes about 6 points to get a decent cup handle. Hit the check mark to finish the spline, and then vertically I'll constrain and just line that point up with that projected point, and same with the last point from my spline. Okay, and then if you're not happy with your handle shape, we can move these points around to get your shape for your mug, for the handle for your mug. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Again, we're not trying to be precise with this, we're just trying to get the overall shape and idea and learn some tools here. So I'll finish my sketch. Then I need to do an offset work plane, 1.75 inches, because I need to sketch the profile for my path to follow. Now when I go to sketch that profile, I'm going to want to project the end point of that spline, and a coffee cup handle is elliptical in its cross section, so we'll go ahead and pick that, and we'll go about 5/8 of an inch by 3/8 of an inch, somewhere in there. Again, it's not real critical to be 100% replica of a mug, just getting the general idea. So then I'll go in and do create the sweep. I'll select my profile, select my path, make sure I'm joining, and there we go. Now it looks pretty good, other than we have a little bit of an issue with that sweep. It doesn't fully connect to the cup. So what I have to do is create a sketch on those pieces that didn't connect, and then I could go ahead and extrude. And instead of extruding a distance, I want to extrude to the object and then select the object. So that gives that a little bit more thickness, and you'll see I have the same thing to do on the two sides of the handle at the top. So you got to get good eyes, go in and do a sketch. You can finish the sketch right away, extrude to the object, and then select the cup. So that'll get that side, and let's flip around and look at the other side. Yep, and there's a little gap on both sides. Go in, select that sketch, finish the sketch, extrude to the object. Okay, so that gives me my coffee cup or chocolate mug with a handle. Okay, in order to decorate our cup, we're going to put some text on it, and also we're going to maybe put a decal on it, and we're going to wrap that to the face. So let's go ahead. First thing I'm going to need is an offset work plane off the front side. So I want to come out 1.8 inches. And if we look at that, that is 50 thousandths outside the diameter of the cup there. So that gives me a surface that I'm going to extend back towards the cup. So at this point, we put a sketch on that. Let's turn on our construction line tool, and let's draw a circle, about 2.5 inches diameter. We probably should center that above the origin with a vertical constraint, maybe dimension how high up, how about 2.25 inches, puts that about in the middle of the cup. And then I want to draw a couple horizontal lines. These lines don't really matter where they're drawn, but I want my text to be on a radius. So that's going to allow me to set up that a little bit better. So I'll go ahead and do text for the top side, text for the bottom side. So then let's go grab our text tool, and I want to select text on a path. So I'm going to first select my path, and you can either go above it or below it. I'm going to go ahead and go above. So I'm going to go ahead and put Husky up there. On the bottom side, I'm going to do text again. I'm also going to draw another circle with an object line, and let's make that about 2-inch diameter. Okay, so then when I finish my sketch, I'm going to go ahead and extrude the circle and the text, and instead of just extruding a distance, I'm going to extrude to the object. So that's going to connect it to the cup. So then I'll say OK. And you'll see that does a little bit of a funky thing in that the letters on the outside and the outside of the circle, they stick out a little bit more. And I don't want them to stick out that much. I just want them to stick out a little bit. So what I need to do is put a sketch on the bottom, and this is going to kind of be what I call sloppy bad CAD, but that's okay. We'll get the job done here. I want to have that, maybe stick out with a diameter of 3.53. So that should stick out just a little bit beyond the side of the cup. And then I also want to grab and make sure, this is the sloppy bad CAD part, I want to grab and make sure I get the handle in this. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim this part of the circle in between those two. So now I'm going to extrude distance all and do a intersect extrusion. Okay, so of course what that does is that in essence cuts off the outside. And so it intersects, and I just get my letters, and now those are sticking 30 thousandths above the surface of the cup. Okay, of course, if you want to, you can go in and modify the appearance.
And it would take some time to do it, but change it to faces and paint just the surfaces that you want to paint. Okay, so you probably want to paint your letters. Okay, so not too hard to do that, just drag and drop that color. Sometimes it helps if you get good eyes and zoom in, that way you can be sure you get just the letters you want. And then maybe we want to put a decal on the emblem. So I'm going to go ahead and find my musky clip arts. Select the face that I want to put it on. Of course, might need to move it around, might need to scale it. And in this case, you probably want to uncheck that change faces so it doesn't change the faces, so then the clip art will only sit on your medallion. Alright, there we go. So there is the mug.